dark half of this world's not going to be as long as the other half, though. But we'll go to what you want. We'll go to your boo first.
It's a shiny Gengar.
Of course it is.
His name is King Boo.
But like I was saying in the last one, though, even you know, red, blue, and yellow ported over to gold and silver, you couldn't port them over right away. You had to unlock some feature that was in. You had to unlock the feature in, you know, gold and silver first. So it's not a new thing. They make you try this stuff first, and then, you know, let you sample, and then they give you back what you want. But people just think, oh, I can just have everything I want right away, right? No, you gotta start the game new. If you could just take all your old stuff over, the game would be broken, and you'd have beaten it in like 5 seconds.
I said a lot of people were just upset because they killed the rain team on launch, but then you...
But you got it back, right?
You got it back. They just didn't want everybody to go in with Politoed and Kingdra pairs.
Never tried that. It's because Kingdra has Swift Swim and Politoed has Drizzle.
It does have Sniper.
What, Kingdra?
Yeah, the problem with Kingdra is that he doesn't have a lot of moves.
Yeah.
Although he did get access to Laser Focus.
I know, because in the first gen, Lance did use Gyarados and Aerodactyl because it was the closest thing to dragons, because he couldn't just use all Dragonite.
It was like Claire's. All she really had was Cedra's, Dragonairs, and Kingdra.
Yeah. Well, at least when
later in Omega Ruby, I think they gave her Milotic.
Well, at least
she's also not an official dragon type.
At least by the time she came around, there were more, you know, there were more dragons.
I just think that they don't want to change Steelix and make him Steel Dragon.
Oh, that'd be unfair if they did.
That's just it. So that's why they were never changed to official dragon types.
Yeah.
Just because of the typing pair.
But you've
like Aerodactyl, he was probably going to be a Rock Dragon. Which I believe they did make a Rock Dragon with Tyrantrum, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, he is Rock Dragon.
But they don't want to go back and redo Aerodactyl because he's one of the original.
But
that's the other caveat too.
But they went back and redid a bunch of the other ones. They made Clefairy and Jigglypuff fairy types.
They introduced a new type.
Snubbull and Granbull.
The reason why Boise didn't get a fairy type is because they had already given it to Clefable and Wigglytuff, and they had to keep one of them normal.
Here's your ghost.
This shiny Gengar is King Boo.
He's just throwing...
It's a shiny G-Max Gengar.
Stop throwing shit at me. And he's using G-Max Phantasm, right? Because he's throwing all this shit at me. That's what makes this fight annoying, is because you have to constantly balance between hitting him and shooting all this shit. I think it's the most annoying of the Dark World boss fights. Which is why I'm happy to have it out of the way.
I don't know, but I say they should have kept Wigglytuff as normal.
And then maybe made Blissey fairy type.
Yeah, but I think because they wanted Jigglypuff to be fairy type, so automatically Wigglytuff became fairy type.
So, but Snubbull and Granbull, that's the weird one.
Well, he is a fairy dog.
I never would.
Yeah, the fairy type egg group, so most of them that had a fairy type egg group got automatic fairy type.
That is still the weird one.
But I think in their decision they wanted Clefairy and Clefable to be fairy type.
Well,
because she's the moon Pokemon.
Well, and the word fairy is in her name, so that
she's the iconic moon one.
That
so
kind of makes sense, but
as I said, because for Jigglypuff, I think they wanted her, but they had to sacrifice Chansey being fairy.
You wouldn't have had.
They didn't want all 3 pink ones to be fairy.
Because yeah, you wouldn't have had many more normal types left.
And because of Blissey's bulk.
That is true.
She's just there to put up walls and heal, and that's all she's good for.
She can learn both Reflect and Light Screen, though?
I think so.
Because I looked in the moves and I'm almost...
Might just be Light Screen.
Yeah, because that's what I was seeing in the move set, was just Light Screen. I am sucking at these jumps today.
But no, other ones made sense, like Meryl. He's Water Fairy.
Yeah, why the hell is Meryl a fairy type?
That was acceptable. They didn't give it to Togepi or Togekiss, but they gave it Togetic, but they gave it to Togekiss.
But they didn't give it to Togepi or Togetic.
Yeah, they're still normal.
But Togekiss is...
I believe Togekiss gained Fairy type. I think he's Fairy flying now.
That's so weird.
I'd have to look. Don't quote me on that.
I'm so quoting you on that.
I'm trying to remember Fairy types off the top of my head.
Because, yeah, I thought Togepi was Fairy. I know Togekiss is.
Well, they're all in the Fairy egg group.
Yeah, so there's a Fairy egg group, and then there's Fairy types.
Mm-hmm. I said most of them that were in the Fairy egg group got automatic Fairy type when they were selecting.
It seems like half of them were done with a purpose, but then half of them were just random. Like, Meryl felt a little more random, Snubbull did. Jigglypuff and Clefairy kind of makes sense.
Those are the only ones you could think about.
Well, there aren't too many... There's
a lot of Fairy types.
There's more water than anything else.
I'm not talking about water.
Those they overdid it on. I think, like, most Pokemon are water types, which is crazy.
Well, it makes sense. It's the ocean.
True. Oh, remember the one critical thing we saw from someone who, one of his complaints about one of the Pokemon games was too much water? Have you never played a Pokemon game? Too much water. And I think this was for the Gen 3 stuff, too. He said there was one of his critiques that everybody ripped him for is there's too much water. I'm sorry, have you never played Pokemon before? That's what these games are. These worlds have water. Yes, somehow every region has more water than the previous one.
Pokemon variety.
As in...
not a lot of throwaways. Because if you remember, I think Black and White had the most Pokemon introduced. But a lot of them were trash.
I think it had second most compared to Gen 1. I think Gen 5 was like 130 in Gen 1.
I'm not talking about numbers. I'm talking about how many Pokemon introduced. Black and White, I think, had the most. But in terms of Pokemon that are actually used in online battle, points were given to Galar for having some unique adaptations. I believe one of them was Graplocked, which fooled a lot of people online because they look at the octopus and they think automatic water type.
Yeah.
He's not. He's a fighting type.
Which is so weird.
So a lot of people use him with his Graplock move to do a Perish Song Trap.
Ooh, that's actually clever.
But some of the graphics, like the tree textures and ground textures, are atrocious. There are some mispaintings on the trainer gloves.
Oh, there are.
When you are close up, I see it all the time, especially when you are in a raid and you Dynamax something. You get that close up on the glove. There's that fuzziness that someone painted out of the lines.
Oh, I never noticed that.
Yeah, it bothers me.
Wow. Never caught that.
So, trainer customization, it's okay.
Yeah, they added quite a bit of variety to it.
But a lot of people don't like some of the color choices. Were kind of weird.
Especially for the hair and whatnot. I can see that.
Some of the towns were good, but then some of the towns just were lackluster, like Sirchester, Spike Moose was lackluster.
Which
Dark
one?
City.
Oh, the one where the...
Yeah.
Oh, the one where the gang made their home at.
Yeah, it's kind of just there.
Yeah, I think it was there more for story purpose than anything else.
And,
like, I get what they were doing with it.
Oh, that seaside town. Forgot the name of it.
Yeah.
That was kind of lackluster for being so close to the ocean. points were given for bringing back gym leaders, and none of that Alolan totem crap. We brought back official gym leaders, and gym puzzles got a plus.
Oh, the gym?
I like the gym puzzle.
Yeah,
that was pretty cute. I like the
definitely
sheep. The first one was my favorite.
Oh,
You gotta hear the voodoo.
Of course.
If I could play that as a minigame, I'd be all over it.
That was cool that they gave.
I would do that for BP any day.
Of course you would.
Gotta hear the voodoo.
Here's a good point. The battle tower is not as psychotically difficult as the goddamn tree.
They toned down
the battle tower.
the battle tree.
Oh, fuck the battle tree. No matter how prepared you are, the battle tree is too hard.
Look, it's a Blastoise.
A Blastoise with a Squirtle piloting him. I don't know.
Points were given off storyline. Was pretty non-rememberable.
Yeah, the story was okay.
The first wolf encounter in the fog was okay. They thought it was going to lead up into something, and then it kind of was just,
And
here's
then
the wolves, here's this giant evil thing you have to kill. Here are the wolves again.
And the post-game story
Giant hand monster.
There you go.
Well, he is.
The post-game story wasn't that good either with the two twins
No,
brothers.
I was going to say that also got points taken off as post-game content.
I
Was non-existent.
At least Alpha and Omega had a post-game.
Everyone's calling him penis hair, which I figured they would.
But at least Alpha and Omega had, bonus content.
I'm not talking about them. We're not talking about that, John.
I'm comparing because it had post-game content in episode Delta, which was
This
really
is
good.
strictly just Galar, though. I'm not talking about the other shit.
I'm just comparing. Because they're capable of doing good post-game content. Whoops, I thought he was dead. I was wrong.
Post-game non-existent.
Yeah.
Side quests were kind of okay.
There's a few here and there, but
It was kind of cool. In town, feature interactable Pokemon you can talk to.
yeah, I wish you had a battle chateau like Gen 6 did. That was one of my...
The Watt system everybody liked, but then
Yeah.
it was kind of just there. Dynamax battles are a mixed bag of opinions. Some people hate them, which are the purists. Some people saying that they just need more rewards
Yeah.
than what you get.
I'm 50-50 on them because I hate your computer partners. They give you such crappy
That's
partners.
probably why a lot of people don't like the raids, because a lot of these AI people just don't help.
And now people coming in online are trolling you, so...
Yeah, there's a lot of trolls now.
So it's getting annoying. You kind of wish you could just do it by yourself, because chances are you'll do better.
Never had to go back and level up.
No.
At all.
I spent like 5 hours in the wild area at first, and then that was way too much for the rest of the game.
Your Pokemon rivals got a plus.
Which one, Pete?
Hold on. Except he didn't get the arrogant rival. Unless you count Bede, which I don't, because Bede's technically not even your rival.
He's just kind of there. I do like how his story arc
He was
goes.
the top pick for the
chairman
dude, and the
He was like the top prospect for this whole
in
challenge.
the whole gym journey. He was top sponsor, but then you ratted him out and caused him to lose his sponsorship.
Oh,
so
when he graffitied the statues.
He had a vendetta just against you because you took away his thing, and then he later got kidnapped by Grandma and became the new fairy gym dude.
Not gonna lie, that was my favorite part when he gets kidnapped by the crazy old lady.
I actually like the old lady. She's my favorite.
That was funny.
Great Grandma.
See, the story does have some good moments.
As I said, main villain battle. It was just kind of shoehorned in, and then you don't even remember a damn thing besides it was a giant hand.
Oh, that Aeternatus battle.
He was a giant hand.
Oh, he's Master Hand.
Yeah, he was a giant hand.
Did not even notice that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
I mean, the fight was, again, really easy, but I didn't doubt it would be. I mean, neither of us lost once playing through this game. It's not hard.
My nitpick. The other one.
So which Pokemon is this?
Steel-type Blastoise.
Bowser got a giant suit of armor. I don't know why. Yeah, give Blastoise a giant suit of steel armor. That'd be amazing. Make him overpowered as shit.
I do like some of the sparkle item pickup spots where you can get mints and evolution items and some hold items.
They made getting
that was a good thing.
They made getting all these things in this game way too easy.
More Pokemon roaming. That was, to me, it was a plus.
Yeah.
Have a lot more wild things that kind of just walk around.
Shiny hunting is better than it was in Gen 7.
Spawns I don't like are the buffaloes, the buffalints.
And Tauros.
Well, no, just the buffalins and the sharpedos.
Oh yeah, especially the damn sharks.
I don't like those.
Why? Because the sharks.
I don't like the buffalint either because you can't outrun the fucker on a bike.
Really?
If he's chasing you.
Oh, they never chase me. That's probably the problem.
But as well as story between the whole dojo and getting your Koopa, lackluster.
Yeah.
It's kind of just, here's your Koopa. Go to the tower. It wasn't even like. It wasn't even like the Heart Gold and Soul Silver Tower Gauntlet.
No, it was kind of.
It was short.
It was kind of a joke.
But the way you look at it, it was $30 for 2 DLCs, so about $15 worth of shit. So.
Yeah, so that's not terrible.
You got your $15 worth.
Hey, if they had just released Pokemon Ultra Sword and Shield for $60 with the same game, just with the DLC added.
I just wish they had more features in the dojo to unlock with the Watts. Just saying.
Yeah, and if the last one hadn't been stupid.
Give me a fucking Pokemart in there.
Yeah.
Or I could buy discount Pokeballs. Or something. Or healing items.
Or something.
I don't like the addition of the hair salon and the clothing option in the dojo because they lag so hard.
They gave you discount vitamins, though.
Yeah, that's a plus.
Yeah.
You didn't really need the soda vending machine, though.
No, but you had to go through it to get to the discount vitamins. So that was probably one of the better features they added, was making vitamins half price, so that helps.
But still, I didn't like any of the Watt introductions, and I hate the Cramomatic.
Yeah, that thing's...
That's a waste of my time.
You can fight her or...
I thought, hey, the proper apricorn balls again, and then you put in 4 random apricorns, and you get every other Pokeball but what the apricorn balls are for.
Yeah.
I wish you could just put 4 apricorns in him and wait 48 hours to get me a special ball.
Yeah.
But it's a random fucking crapshoot, and I hate it.
It's not like the good old days where you give Kurt 1 apricorn and then come back a day later and
Yeah,
here's
wait
your
24
Pokeball.
hours, here's a ball.
At least you know what you're gonna get.
So, I'd rather have that.
Yeah, overall it was lacking. I mean, hopefully
I'm hoping
Crown Tundra makes up.
it's a lot better. I'm hoping.
We'll find out. I mean,
it's probably just gonna be another $15 worth of
it comes
shit.
out. It comes out in what, November?
Yeah, you're supposed to have the camper outfit.
Funny, we were distracted from not talking about this. What'd you think of this game? I mean, for $60, it's like a 50-minute game that drains the ever-loving shit out of your batteries. And imagine having that big freaking bazooka on your shoulder for an hour. It don't feel good. But I don't think it would have worked for you as well also, because the sight they give you, I always take off the rubber part because it's the size of a damn, it's the size of a pin needle, the little hole.
Why don't you just put the gun on a chair and just pull the trigger?
Well, it's not even to pull the trigger, there's just a button on the top that you can either press
Okay,
or...
we'll put it in a chair, aim it towards the TV, and then just tap the button.
Yeah, but you have to, move it around like the...
Okay, well then move it in the chair.
I guess. I guess that would work. I don't... There's a secret that I forgot about that. I guess a reason to keep you playing, but no, for $60 and draining the shit out of your batteries, which weren't cheap even back then. I have nostalgia for the game, but yeah, it's definitely not, you know, not worth the headache, the hassle, and all the money you're going to blow on it. But I still like it, though. Wish Yoshi was more of a focal point, because even though he's in the title, he seems to
Give
be
me my ghost Eevee.
God damn it. But Yoshi seems to be an afterthought in this, but I like it. For the one and only Mario rail shooter that I can think of, it's not a terrible game. It gets done what it needs to, and, you know, hooks you up on wanting to buy a Super Scope.